Knocking my hand off the handle.
I saw that. So we're here fishing crankbaits at the Newport Pipe. I figured I'd do a little video to show you guys how to do this open water presentation with these baits. We're out here in, how deep is the water? 40 something feet?
50 where we're sitting.
50 feet of water. Jimmy's fishing a CR16 evergreen crankbait that only runs down about 10 or 12 feet. These fish are suspended on bait balls here. And he's got one now. Got 40 or 50 mixed fish this morning, sand bass and calicos. We're getting a lot bigger fish earlier, but these are
nice one behind there.
On the smaller side. We're getting followers. And he's fishing a shad-colored CR16, 25-pound fluorocarbon leader, 30-pound braid on a Rain Shadow Judge, 710H crankbait rod. You be all right there, buddy?
Yeah, I will be.
With a Revo inshore that he has converted to the gearing and spool from a Revo winch to give it a slower gear ratio. And what we're doing is we're just sitting along the pipe here. We're probably in about 50 feet of water, maybe 40 feet of water. Pipe comes up a little shallower, about 35 feet inside of us. And these fish are just chasing bait schools around here, which makes them really good targets for fishing the crankbait because it lets you cover a lot of water and take forever to get the fish off too, apparently. But you be all right there, buddy?
Yeah, I just made a little hole in his side of his mouth here.
All right. So if he ever gets that fish off, we can
try to catch another one.
Show you what you're doing. All right, we're back in business. Like I said here, we're just using a trolling motor to stay in position on the pipe. We have an uphill current, so while the wind's blowing us down, the current's pulling us up the beach. So it's important to stay in relative position so you can crank your bait over the area where those fish are going to be holding. And as you can see here, he's using kind of a varied retrieve. Can you turn a little bit towards me so we can see how you're just with your reel handler? So he's using the stop and go retrieve. And he's running back up to the pipe right now. As you can see, we're off of it. Starting to come onto it right here now. I don't know how clear that is, but
a lot of salt
there it's coming up. So now we're back in position. He's casting along the pipe. He's burning the bait in the beginning to get it down into the biting, or down at depth. And then he's slowing it down using a varied retrieve. And he lost some line off his spool earlier, so he is turning the handle a little bit faster than he would with a full spool. But as you can see, it's a varied stop and go retrieve, and the fish are biting it. This morning we had a lot of big sand bass coming up real shallow and biting this, and now it's turning straight calico bass.
Sand bass right behind this one.
Was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're coming up in with followers, and he had a double on an earlier cast, one on each hook. So this is early May. We've got 61-degree water. There's really nothing to see on the water here, so there's no sign of birds or anything like that to run to. See if I can get his backlash out in the meantime. Take a short cast.
Very short.
And a lot of these fish are basically biting straight up and down. The crankbait will get down under the boat, and then when it starts to come up, they'll bite it. So there's a few fish that you just hook them and basically lift them into the boat. So, like I said, these fish are moving along this pipe, and they're out from, we started in 15 feet of water, worked out to about 60. We went back and forth. Most of the bites are coming in this 30 to 40 foot range on the pipe. Due to the uphill current, a lot of the bites have come bringing your bait against the current, which means we're sitting below the pipe and casting up across it, and that varies by day or condition. So look where the bait schools are, and then try and cast your bait across it. I don't know if he's going to catch another one here, but I'll give it one more cast. You just need to cover a lot of water and make a lot of casts is really what it comes down. And we're getting into stretches where we're getting them every cast for 20 minutes, and then it'll slow down. We have to relocate them. So hopefully we can catch one more. I'm going to try and keep this video under 3 minutes, but is 3 fish in 3 minutes too much to ask for?
3 minutes, I can catch one more.
Okay, yeah, I'll give him one more minute then, because we're almost at the 3 minute mark now.
I cast fast.
But these fish are also biting hard baits, SP minnow, DD100, when they're coming up shallower. And we actually had a couple of fish come up and boil earlier, and we saw some birds on them, and those fish were eating the surface baits, but the crankbait has been by far the most productive. So as you can see, just covering a lot of water. Stop and go. There you go again. All right. 3 fish in 4 minutes. Three fish in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That's not too bad, buddy.
Trying my best.
There you go.
Sand bass.
Sand bass. Let's see if he's right.
Foul hook calico. Ooh, nice ones behind it. Do you see them?
Yeah. There's like 2 or 3 of them right behind it there. That's just a foul hook calico. But anyway, crankbait fishing, Evergreen CR16, Rain Shadow Judge 710H, Revo inshore with the gearing, 3-stripe tennis shoes, pink gloves,
Gotta have the
blue shirts. It looks like a 5-year-old dressing himself, but